If you've already seen my initial thoughts video of the Logitech Ergo K860 or the comparison video against the Microsoft Sculpt, you'll know that I generally love this keyboard. I wanted to give my final thoughts because this has been in production with me for 18 months. And I say production because it produces. This is the kind of gear that is easy to recommend because it always works, is a pleasure to use, and it's expensive for what it is, but well worth the investment. It's obvious I'm a fanboy of this particular keyboard, which is a weird thing to be a fanboy of, I'll fully admit. I'm gonna lead off with complaints. Everything about this thing that I don't like. Probably the most noticeable visually is palm rest discoloration. This is some kind of fabric material that is very comfortable to rest my hands on, but it has over 18 months gathered some discoloration. On the Microsoft Natural 5000 keyboard that I had before this, the palm rest area was some kind of a rubber material, and it just got really sticky and disgusting over time. This does not have that problem. So while there may be a little bit of discoloration, this is still very comfortable. There's it's not sticky at all. It is still as comfortable and as enjoyable to set my hands on as the day I bought it. There are no backlit keys on this keyboard. I knew that when I bought it. If you want backlit keys, I don't know of a good ergonomic keyboard that has a backlit keys option. This is not rechargeable. This takes 2 AAA batteries. I've had the same 2 AAA batteries in it since I bought it. Missing keystrokes. I did, after I ate a sandwich over the top of my keyboard, I got a crumb stuck behind the K key, and I took it to the air compressor, blew it out. Works just fine since then. One maybe functionality thing that has kind of bugged me is the numlock key. It is a little bit hard to find. This clear bar 1 with a lock key on it, that's it. Let's see. That's the numlock key right there. It's right next to the scroll lock and the machine lock buttons. That's the list of complaints. And now let's talk about the reasons why I think this is the best option as far as ergonomic keyboards go on the market. The typing experience, which is, I would assume, is the most important thing for anyone on a keyboard. This feels comfortable for hours at a time typing away. So easy to type on, 0 wrist pain, comfortable palm rest. Like I talked about, again, this is some kind of a magic fabric material that is always comfortable. The function key, it does have a function lock key. So I keep it on the multimedia function keys most of the time instead of the F1. I can now find this function lock key without looking for it and hit my F12 for developer tools in Chrome or whatever it may be. The layout is really nice. We'll talk about connectivity in a minute, but the insert home, page up, page down, delete, and end keys are in a dedicated location. They're not crammed into the side of some other thing. You've got a full set of directional keys. Your function buttons are easy to find, and they're dual purpose for either Windows or Mac. So, this keyboard is completely capable of adapting to just about any environment you want to be in, and does not require some kind of specific learning curve to go figure out where keys should be. So I mentioned connectivity and the ability to switch between 3 different devices. For me, that goes between my iPad, a desktop computer that rarely needs to be used, but when I do, I don't want to have to go hook up another keyboard and mouse combination for it. You can hook up to 3 different devices. You've got Bluetooth and a nano receiver. It's so easy to use this. It stays here. It stays in the center of the desk almost all the time. The only reason I move it is basically to clean up, which, if you're looking from up here, it doesn't look like I ever clean up. One final surprise for me, there has been 0 fade on any of the key markers whatsoever. Like, not even the slightest bit of fade on any of the key markers. I'm in the home keys all the time. Now you can see there's a little bit of a gloss where my fingers sit. There's nothing on this keyboard that shows significant signs of wear other than the little bit of discoloration on the palm rest. This thing is going to hold up for many, many years. So if you think about the price of this thing at $119, is it more expensive than other keyboards? Yeah, I mean, the MX keys is $99, I think. The Microsoft Sculpt is $60. Watch my video on that before you spend $60 on that keyboard. Don't do it. So the Keyhive Corny V3, I don't know how you say that. There's like a whole subreddit on the Keyhive. The Microsoft Sculpt, I did a comparison video on that. The Logitech hands down is the winner, even though it is twice the price of the Sculpt. The value of something that you use every day, it's got to work, and this just works, and it works well. The other options on the market, you know, I'm sure you can find like an off-brand Amazon Basics, something or other. You could find a corded option, maybe. There's not a lot of ergonomic keyboards out there. There's not a lot that have the chiclet key style, and then they don't have Bluetooth from what I can find. So if you can find something that is Bluetooth that fits this criteria better, I'd love to know about it and maybe even try it out. The only reason I would replace this is if one with backlit keys was available or USB-C charging, but I wouldn't replace it just for USB-C charging. Oh, and there's an actual on switch on this thing. There's software that goes with this keyboard. Logitech Options is the software that goes with the keyboard. You can customize your keystrokes across the top function keys. You can set them to several different things. You can make a keystroke assignment. You can switch applications. It's like 50 different or more different options. Maybe it's a little less than that, but like there are a ton of things that you can assign to each of the buttons. So this row of function keys up here is totally customizable. You can create custom settings for specific applications. So let's just say we were all stuck at home using, I don't know, Zoom or Microsoft Teams or something like that, and you wanted a custom key to be able to turn yourself on and off of mute so that you could just hit one key and unmute yourself or remute yourself so that, you know, when you're taking that embarrassing phone call, you're not broadcasting that in front of the entire meeting, even though you should have been paying attention all along. Not that that's ever happened to me. So it's nice to have your devices have a little bit of extra functionality with all the buttons that are available on them. That said, I used this for the first 8 or 9 months without ever installing that at all, and it worked great without the software. So you don't have to have the software to make it work. So the Logitech Ergo K860 is hands down my favorite keyboard on the market today. If you want an ergonomic keyboard, this is your best option, in my opinion. I definitely recommend picking this keyboard up if you like ergonomic keyboards and you're looking for something that will last a long time and do a really good job. My name is Michael J. Long, and I like to talk about things that bring me value, and I hope this video brought you some value. And if it did, maybe click the like button or consider subscribing if you want to see more of my ramblings. For me, half the fun is the research, but none of this is going to make a video anyway. So see you next time.